Hi friends, welcome to this all levels full body yoga class. I hope you enjoy this beautiful backdrop. We are in a Florida forest right now. We're a stone's throw from the beach, so you can tell we have some more tropical plants in this particular forest. So you won't need any props today. Just come with your breath, your mat, and let's get started. All right, friends, let's go ahead and get started in child's pose at the back of our mat. So bring your big toes to kiss, knees wide, and draw your heart center forward, arms overhead. Make this an active child's pose, so walk your hands forward, elbows off the mat, and then relax in. Long spine, long neck, and just check in, perhaps for the first time today, on your breath. No judgment, just see where it's at naturally. Are your breaths long or short, deep or shallow? Start to intentionally make your inhales a little fuller and your exhales a little longer. Not trying too hard, let it be natural. Inhale deeper and exhale longer. Resting your full attention on the expansion of your lungs and your chest. And maybe just gently setting an intention for class today. What do you want to bring in? What do you need? And if you can't think of one, you can borrow mine. I think I'm just going to go with a simple intention of kindness today. So click your knees into hips distance apart. And on your next inhale, roll up to tabletop. On your exhale, move through your cow pose, hip bones rise, look up, and send your hips back to child's pose. Inhale it up to a tabletop. And exhale. Child's pose with your breath. Now make this juicy. Articulate your spine. And next time you're in a tabletop pose, tuck your toes, send your hips back, back, back first as you hover your knees, then up into your downward dog. Pedal out your feet, pedal out your heels. Get long through the armpits, get long behind the knees. Then inhale to your tiptoes, ripple all the way forward with a spinal roll into your plank pose. Shoulders ahead of your wrists, then dip your hips down. Find your up dog, but with tucked toes. Shine your chest forward between the gateway of your arms. Then exhale, downward dog. 2 more just like that. Make them nice and fluid and juicy. Inhale to tiptoes. Roll through plank. Let the hips dip. And up dog. Exhale, down dog. One more time with your own timing, your own breath. We'll meet in downward dog. Slow, like moving through honey, take many small steps with your feet to the top of the mat. Move so slowly and sweetly that your feet kiss the earth. As if each step is its own asana. And when you get to the top of your mat, inhale to a half lift, long spine. Exhale, fold. Click your feet about hips distance apart, or two fists. And find a gentle sway here. Release the back of the neck, release the spine. Start to bend through either leg, find elephant walks. And then when your left leg is bent, reach your left hand down to the mat and reach your right arm up with an inhale. Twist. And exhale closes it down and switch it out. Inhale your left arm up. Exhale down. Inhale right arm up. Exhale down. Inhale left arm up. And exhale, close it down. Forward fold one more time. Bring it in. And inhale, half lift. And exhale, step your right foot back in space. Find your runner's lunge, tented fingertips. And it's okay to have your left knee go over your ankle. This is great for building strength in the knee and finding more mobility and flexibility in the ankle, which is really important and underrated. There's a certain amount of stress that's good to build up muscle, kind of like strength training. And when we do this, it can be healthy for our knee if there's no pain. So breathe here, shine the chest forward, get deep into the front of the right hip, breathe. And straighten both legs. Back foot at a 45-degree angle, nose tracking over your left toe, pyramid pose, hug it in. Inhale, rebend. Gather your core, press into the ground with your feet, and inhale to your crescent pose. Breathe, reach up, electricity coming through your fingertips. On your next exhale, cactus your arms off your heart skyward. And open into warrior two. Back heel swivels down. Weight evenly distributed between your front and back foot. Straighten your front leg, reach your left hand forward and tip over into Trikonasana. Maybe your left peace fingers grab your big toe, and maybe not. Keeping your shoulders stacked and hips stacked, breathe. Inhale back into your warrior two, rebend your front leg, and on your exhale, send your hips all the way back, bend your right leg into a side lunge, Skandasana at the back of your mat. Try to keep a long spine. And with one inhale, windmill your hands to the front of the mat. Step your left foot back to meet your right foot, knees on or off the mat. Take your flow. Inhale to an up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take that slow walk to the top of your mat. Feeling each step. Open the back of your leg. And when you get to the top of your mat, inhale to a long spine. And exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step the left foot back. Stay on tented fingertips, runner's lunge. Shine the chest forward and let the hips be heavy. Don't be afraid to let your right knee go over your ankle. Find a steady breath and straighten both legs. Maybe you shorten your stance a bit, back foot at a 45-degree angle, nose tracking with your front big toe. Fold into your pyramid pose. Inhale, rebend the front leg, press into both feet, engage the core, rise to your crescent. Nice and strong, energy through the arms. Pinky is internally rotated, so facing each other. On your exhale, cactus your arms, offer your heart skyward. And on your inhale, open into warrior two, back heel swivels down. Straighten through the front leg, reach your right hand forward in space, then tip over with control into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Any variation, hand on block, peace fingers on big toe, wherever you are, find your edge. Reach your left arm up and your right arm down. Inhale back into your warrior two, bend through the front knee. And exhale, straighten through both legs and come into a side lunge at the back of the mat. Left knee is bent. Find a long spine here. Regulate your breathing. Then straighten both legs. Take your right toes wide, heels in, toes out, and then step your left leg up. Heels in, toes out, and sink your hips down into a yogi squat. Find a long spine here. If heels don't touch the mat, that's fine. Just play around, find movement. Place your left hand on the mat, reach the right arm up, twist. Come back to center. And switch it out. Right hand meets the mat, left arm reaches up for a twist. Come back to center. Place both hands on the mat. Step back into your plank pose. Exhale through your chaturanga. Inhale to an up dog. And exhale, downward dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, set up for pigeon on the right. So right knee by your right hand, left or right foot by your left hand or more towards your body. Doesn't matter, just depends on the mobility of your knee. You can stay up in proud pigeon and work through the glutes and the hips, or fold into humble pigeon. Settle in and breathe. Come back onto your hands, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, step into your downward dog. Inhale your left leg up, and come into your pigeon on the left. Same two options here to stay upright and work into the glutes and strengthen the back. Or fold into humble pigeon. Come back onto your hands, nice and slow. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, hips rise, downward dog. Or one last breath in downward dog, make it full. And exhale, drop your knees, leave your hands where they are, and melt your chest towards the mat, puppy pose. Forehead can come towards the mat, or you can flip your gaze and look up towards your fingertips. Start to walk your hands back towards your body. Walk your knees to the middle of the mat. Stack your hips right over your knees. And we'll come into some gentle camel rounds. So tuck your toes here so your ankles are a little bit higher. Keep your ankles a little wider than your knees to externally rotate your legs. And we'll do one arm at a time. So inhale your left arm up to the sky. Follow your fingertips with your gaze, starting with the neck. Then you can maybe trace it back towards the back of the room. Pressing the hips forward, but opening through the entire front chain of the body. Inhale, come up. Take a breath. We'll switch it out. Bring the right hand overhead. Focus on your fingertips. And then reach your hand towards the back of the room, pressing the hips forward. Just opening as much as feels comfortable. And then slowly come up. Let the neck be the last thing to straighten out. Sit your hips back and find your child's pose. Letting everything settle. Letting everything integrate. And feel free to take a shavasana on your back or stay in child's pose as long as you'd like. Or you can come to an easy seat. Bring prayer pose to your third eye. May we honor our thoughts. Prayer pose to your lips. May we honor our words. And prayer pose right at heart center. May we honor ourselves. Namaste, sweet friends.